How much does it cost to clean your roof? So this is a question often asked when people call roof cleaning companies. It's not always easy to answer until we understand where the property is located, how high is the roof, what is the ground around the home. So it's really important that when you're trying to work out how much does it cost to clean a roof, that you get somebody to come out and really carefully assess the property. So once we've come on site, or once any roof cleaners come on site, they'll be looking at the ground. Do they need to put a ladder? Do they need to put a scaffold tower? Do they need to use a cherry picker? And all these will factor into how much it's going to cost to clean your roof. So to give you an idea, a typical roof clean in Kent, at the moment, the average roof cleaning price is about £2,800. Now, there are some that would get cleaned for £1,600 plus VAT because they're smaller, maybe a bungalow, something like that. And then you can have really big mansions that could be £8,000, £10,000, £12,000. So there's every variable really, and this is why we say, when you're really thinking about how much does it cost to clean my roof, you really need to get a quotation from a reliable company. Make sure that they understand all the health and safety issues, insurance and safe working practices. So when they come out to your home, you're not going to be in any danger, you're not going to be sort of liable for any accidents. So it's not just looking for the cheapest price, but actually what's the best value for your home and your family, and what's going to give you that long-lasting result. Some roof cleaning companies have warranties backed by manufacturers because they use their chemicals, and their chemicals, we know that they would actually keep that roof clean for say 5 years or longer. So of course there's an additional cost to that, but it's definitely worth bearing in mind when looking at costs. Is somebody just going to pressure wash it? Well, then it's not going to last as long. So it may seem cheap at the time compared to somebody else, but actually you're going to have to get it done again within 2 or 3 years. So it's cost you more money really. And bear in mind, if you do phone a company like ours, we'll come out and measure up for free. We'll provide you with a written quotation. Not going to cost you anything to find out, but it's certainly worth, looking at the differences. And that's how much it costs to clean your roof.
How long does it take to clean a roof? That's a very good question, and there's no hard and fast answer. There are many different factors that can determine how long it takes to clean your roof. Chiefly, and predominantly, how big is your roof? How dirty is it? How much moss is on there? What's the dirt on there? Is there staining, algae, lichens? These all need to be factored in when you're cleaning the roof, because we want to make it clean and get rid of everything we can. How big is the area? So, as I said, what type of property? How large is it? What pitch is the roof? What are the tile types? These can all play a part in how long it takes to clean your roof, along with the method being used. What tools? What type of access is being used? Are we working off the ground? Off ladders for short periods? Do we have a static tower or a cherry picker? Can they be used in just one position, or do we have to move them, erect them, take them down, reposition the pickers? They all add to the time and length that it takes to clean your roof. The weather can also play a part. Obviously we're human beings and we're out there in the field cleaning your roof, really poor conditions. The sun is in your eyes. These can all play a part in the length of time it takes. As well as cleaning the roof, obviously, itself, there's the actual clean-up and post-clean-up of the debris and fallout of what's on your roof. The company that coming out to clean your roof, have they considered this? What you need to factor in as well, it's not just on your property. You need to consider the neighbouring properties. You need to make sure that when cleaning, you clean up, obviously, the mess you create on the property and surrounding property, the areas that have been affected by the fallout. So, a standard house, 3-bed, moderately mossy, can take 3 to 4 hours using the cherry picker. Factoring in the clean-up time, another 2 hours. So we can normally clean it up and be done within a day. Anything larger, bigger, more messier, poorer access, can obviously take longer. But that's the average time it takes to clean a house.
how do you clean a roof? Many people today are looking at having the roofs cleaned, and they're not really sure how it should be achieved. Of course, most people in the UK, in fact the rest of the world, always think of a pressure washer first. Why do we want to use a pressure washer? It's going to be quite hard impact on the building and can cause damage. Now, when you're looking at cleaning a hard surface, often it's better to use something that's low pressure to clean that roof. It won't cause any damage. So there are alternatives out there. You could look at steam cleaning, you could look at soft washing, and different companies use different types of equipment. But as a homeowner, you've got to decide for yourself what method is most suited for your roof. It's your home. So let's talk about how do you clean a roof at your home. Well, one, you want to make sure that that roof is cleaned safely. The most important thing, nobody gets hurt while the work is being undertaken. We don't want workmen falling to their deaths. We don't want homeowners getting a tool dropped on their head. So we really need to be thinking about roof cleaners need to be trained. And who best to train them than a company that's been cleaning roofs for say 30 years? There are companies about that do roof training, and as long as your chosen roof cleaner has undertaken industry standard roof cleaning courses, you're going to be in good hands. So before we actually can treat and clean the roof, we need to remove mosses, lichens and moulds. And we do this by using a mechanical process. Now, this could be a scraper. Some roof cleaners use scrapers. Some use brushes, and some use a form of low pressure. So using a pressure washer with the power turned down, the water flow really low at 100 bars, with a swirling motion of the water coming out of the nozzle, you gently knock away the moss. Once you've got rid of that moss, we're now left with a roof that needs a process known as soft washing, which is spray on, leave on for 15 minutes, and it will kill all the organic matter to the root. Now, once we kill it to the root, it cannot regrow. So in the future, any new growth that appears is actually, as we just said, new growth. So the roof will stay clean for quite a long period of time, and a reputable roof cleaning company would warranty that for 5 years. So that's something to look at when you're actually choosing a roof cleaning contractor. Because roof cleaning has a cost involved, and you want to be really sure that that investment that you've made for your roof to be cleaned stays clean for as long as possible.
How long does roof cleaning last? That's a great question, and asked by many homeowners who are considering having their roof cleaned for the first time. In many cases, once the roof has been treated by a trained soft washing professional, the surface of the roof will stay clean for as long as it did from new, or since last time it was cleaned. Reasons why mould, moss and lichens come back quickly on roof surfaces could be falling leaves landing on the roof from overhanging or nearby trees. Incorrect cleaning method used, for example, a soft wash roof will stay clean between 4 and 6 times longer than one that has been pressure washed only. Flat roofs where rainwater can pool will become green again quickly and will need a regular maintenance plan in place. Annual treatment is normally sufficient. Professional roof cleaning companies will be able to offer you a 5-year spot-free warranty backed by the chemical manufacturer. 5 years, therefore, is the expected length of time a soft wash roof should stay clean and mould-free. Please ensure you have read and understood your provider's warranty terms and conditions, and always ask for a copy before agreeing to have any work undertaken. A reputable roof cleaning company will provide you with a warranty certificate. Make sure the certificate is dated and signed by the chemicals manufacturer. The benefit of this is the manufacturer will have trained the roof cleaner to use its products. Before, during and after images are sent to the chemicals manufacturer by the roof cleaner to prove the work has been carried out to a high standard. Once the manufacturer is happy, you'll receive your warranty certificate. Also check if the warranty is transferable to a new owner should you decide to sell your home. It will almost certainly add value to the sale. This type of roof cleaning warranty protects you should the roof cleaner go out of business for any reason.
What is soft washing? Soft washing is the alternative to pressure washing. But why do we use the word soft washing? Where did it come from? Well, soft washing is a word that came out of the USA a few years ago, and many roof cleaners, pressure washing companies, that kind of industry here in the UK jumped on the word soft washing. It sounded sexy. People wanted it, but they didn't really understand what it was about. Well, soft washing is the alternative to pressure washing. It uses very low pressure, it uses biodegradable chemicals, and will not harm the surfaces that it's used for treating. Things like roofs, render, driveways, patios, when soft washed, will last 4 to 6 times longer than if they were pressure washed. Now that doesn't mean to say soft washing companies may not need to use pressure washing, but there's different surfaces would need different types of equipment to ensure that they're cleaned safely. So soft washing is used primarily to kill organic matter. What does a survey involve? A question asked by many people. And you know, the most unusual thing is most people think we're interested in looking at the roof, and it's quite the opposite. So when a surveyor comes to view your property for roof cleaning purposes, the first thing they're going to look at is the ground around the property. We have to look at what clear access is around that building, so we can work and formulate a plan of how we're going to get up onto the roof safely. Bear in mind, in the UK, we're not allowed to walk on your roof. It's against the law, and your insurance would be invalid if you were to allow a workman to walk on your roof. So we're going to look at the ground access, how we're going to get up there. We're going to use a scaffold tower, we're going to use a cherry picker. Once we've determined that, we now need to know what kind of a water supply have you got, because if you've got no water supply, well, we're not going to be able to clean much without any water. So an outside tap, we usually go looking around the property, is there an outside tap, and what is the water flow coming out of that tap? If it's 7 litres a minute, we're going to have problems. If it's 15 litres a minute, it's going to be a lot better. Now, that doesn't mean to say we can't clean a roof that's only got 7 litres of water coming out, but there's going to be a lot of time the workmen have just stood around waiting for water tanks to fill up. So we determine the water pressure to determine how long that job would take. After that, we're going to be looking at, is the roof damaged? Are there any loose tiles, cracked tiles? What infestation of moss is up there? So we kind of look at a 1 to 5 infestation, with 1 being low infestation, quite easy to take off. 5, you've got a carpet of moss, and really this is the time you should be looking for, you know, a new roof, because a roof cleaner cannot really determine what's underneath all that moss, and it's likely to have damaged the roof. When looking at a roof cleaning company, make sure they come out, survey the home properly, looking for safety, looking for level of infestation. Why do we need to survey? Because, well, think about it. If there's a level 3 infestation moss on your roof, you're probably going to have somewhere in the region of 1 to 1.5 tons of moss sitting up there. And when we take it down, where are we going to put it? It's going to have to go in what we call a hippo bag. You can get them from B&Q, places like that, and they're a cube or a cube and a half. So when we fill the moss that's coming off your roof, we need to know that we've got a place to put it, which is a hippo bag. That moss has to go somewhere. Now, that's going to cost you a couple of £100. We have to also look, where will the work vans park? Is there a driveway? Is there a street? is the overhead telephone lines. You've got a load of overhead electric cables coming to your roof, well, we can't get past those. So it's, again, probably we're going to have to talk to electric boards or telephone companies. That's going to involve time to move these cables out of the way, and it may not be worth it for you. So, just consider that, have you got clear access around your property, which a good surveyor will check that anyway. After we've surveyed the property, of course, then we've got to measure. So we measure the roof, we measure the pitch, then you need to be either getting an instant quotation there and then, so somebody's measured up, worked out the square feet, giving you a written quotation so you can make a decision. Would you like to go ahead with that quote or not? Now, some companies do it there and then. Some companies will go away and send you an email. There's no right or wrong way of getting a quote. Make sure you get it in writing, and you don't just want a verbal quote where people could then start adding on extras that may not have, you may not have been aware of. So the quotation should include the cleaning up, and of course any waste materials that need to be taken away.
Is soft washing safe for children and pets? It's worth making sure that the chemicals used to soft wash your home are environmentally friendly and are safe for children and pets. A great idea is to choose a roof cleaning company who has undertaken world-class training from a leading authority such as Soft Wash Systems. Employees can receive industry-leading training and certification to prove they are competent. It is advisable to keep pets and children indoors during the roof cleaning process itself. However, as soon as the cleaning is complete, they can be allowed to go back outside. A reputable roof cleaning company will ensure all areas are rinsed down thoroughly once the roof cleaning has been completed. They should ensure your plants, grass, trees and shrubbery have been given a good drink of fresh water, as well as feeding the aerobic bacteria in the root of the plants to ensure they stay healthy, because detritus falling off the roof can cause harm to plant life. A reputable roof cleaning company will ensure all areas... Shall we just leave the dog? Because I can't. He just won't. He's been a... Yeah.